Hi friends, I'm Professor Platt. I usually teach this class live. My energy has always been my signature fashion statement. I wanted to give you a little bit about Module 1 and Module 2, but I also wanted to take you a little bit inside my world. I'm talking to you from the corner of Melrose in Orlando in Los Angeles. Behind me, if you could see it, this is the new Kate store, if I pronounced it correctly. It just opened up this past weekend. It used to be Gucci. I'll take you around the corner. You could see it. Next door, I'll flip it around. Next door, as we walk, I'll take you to see Tom Brown. We've got the Row down the street, Isabel Marant. I love this street. It is so quiet, personal, full of discovery, and aspirational. So by now, we've had some time together and you finished Module 1, so you should now have a strong overview of the fashion industry, clarity on the 4 levels of fashion. We've got the raw materials, sourcing, logistics. We've got those who want to actually create the fashion. Then we've got retail. That's this luxurious street right here. Across from me, you'll see Balmain. And then we've got the auxiliary group, which perhaps you are doing PR, you want to do marketing, you're an influencer, you want to be a lawyer. There's a lot of different things you can do to support all the different levels in the fashion industry. And that is where I come from, doing branding and storytelling and sales for magazines and fashion brands around the world. It is really exciting. Also, you should have an understanding of technology, sustainability, and globalization, all the ways it's transforming fashion right now. Hopefully you've enjoyed some fun moments from some of the fun videos we sent from the evolution of fashion and pieces behind the scene with Levi's. All right, so let's move into Module 2. Who here is thinking they want to be a trend forecaster? Here is where you start to think like a fashion industry insider. Do you have an eye for spotting trends? This week, you're going to learn to distinguish trends from fads, and there is a huge difference. What is a huge fad that is happening right now? You're going to understand the trend cycle and product life cycle. You're going to be able to explore the theories in fashion. How does fashion move from the runways to the streets, the other way around amongst peer groups? You're also going to be able to experience different voices and brands in the business of fashion that shape the field. Bill Cunningham, Alexa Chung. You're going to take a look at Pantone, WGSN. How do they influence brands and the mood worldwide? Here's a little fun challenge for you. Every year, WGSN and Pantone release their color of the year. Who knows what the color of the year was for 2024, 2025? And where do you think we're headed in 2026? Pantone releases their color in December, so let's have a little challenge. Email me or put in your comments what you think the color of 2026 is going to be. Well, whoever gets the closest, we'll figure that out. But do you think that as we approach 2026, do you think that we are going to have a brand new color, a complete departure on what came before? Is it going to be a radical shift? Or are we just going to continue to match and flow? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know. You now have the concepts, but why does all of this matter? Forecasting, it's not just a theory. It's a tool to make smarter business choices. You get to create the brand you want, but knowledge is your superpower. The difference between a hobby and a profitable brand is whether somebody will pay for the product at the price that sustains you, at the price that you command. Trend forecasting, knowing the trends, helps you anticipate what it is. You're here to decode what it is that people want and what it is that people will buy. So trend forecasting is your way to anticipate any change rather than chase it, to be proactive and lead the market. I don't want you to react. I want you to command the price point that you want with a great story. And the more you know about the trends, the more you can make the best decisions for your brand on behalf of your clients, so you can deliver results and build the best business you can. All right, thank you for listening. If anybody wants to go more on a walk, this is Chloe. Did the Row close? This used to be the Row. Okay, that's my little outtake for everybody. I thought it was the row. I actually was surprised that Chloe was here. If anybody wants to see more behind the scenes of the fashion industry, you want to talk about your career, how to leverage your ideas into actually turning it into a business, because the real difference between an idea and a successful brand comes down to strategy and execution, I am here for you. I'm going to part ways with you right here in front of Isabel Marant. If anybody wants more tours of LA, let me know. I take walks every single morning, and it fuels me with ideas and ways to give to you in the class. I'm here for you. Good luck in class. Bye for now.